Hi. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll probably notice that this attic is looking very differently from before. If you even notice that this is the same attic at all. We had a contractor over who put up a lot of drywall. We even added a few walls, like the one behind me right now, that's separating us from, well, pretty much our junk. And I've been painting for days, have all this looking in order, added lights, added some furniture. I'm not entirely done yet, but I'm getting there. But you can probably also tell that this wall behind me right here is a pretty blank and boring corner right now. So this definitely needs something to liven it up a bit. Maybe even have a place to store some items or show off some of the things I've made. And this is pretty much what I ended up with in the end after a few days of hard work. So if you're interested in knowing how to make this, stay tuned after the intro and I'll try and show you step by step how to make this yourself. I went to the local hardware store and got 2 sheets of plywood. They weren't the right size, so we cut them to 2 meters by 1 meter. The excess was repurposed to make shelves later on. I also got a couple of broomsticks that I cut to size as well, to use for the pegs later. Then make sure you have a drill bit the size of your broomsticks and start drilling holes. I used pencil lines to space them 20 centimeters apart and just got to it. In the end, I sanded away the pencil lines as well. Okay, so as you can tell, I'm nearly finished with this project. I have dragged these boards up to my attic. I've also installed those 2 wooden beams that you see behind it, so I can basically screw them in pretty easily. I've also finished up all these wooden pegs that will be fitting into the holes of those boards. And I've also finished these wooden shelves that have different sizes. They are basically sized to fit 2, 3 or 4 holes. And then I can, well, mount those on top of those wooden pegs. So I'm almost done with this project. All that I need to do now is screw those boards into the beams that are behind it, and then I can basically get started on the finishing touches like the LED strip and just filling these shelves up. So that's pretty much it. Before you install an LED strip like this, especially in a place like behind these boards where you can't really easily reach every point of this contraption, it's very important that you make sure to test the entire setup on beforehand. So this is the adapter that will be behind the boards, that's the controller that will be behind the boards, and that's the LED strip that I will be sticking behind it. And it's really important that you make sure that you power it up. Like that, but it's also important that you make sure to test out all the colors in the Hue app or whatever app that you will be using to control this. Something I did notice on this particular build was that I had to swap the blue and the green wires, since those seem to be swapped out in the app. I noticed that because when I picked blue it turned green and vice versa. If that was something that I figured out once I placed everything behind these boards, that would have been a massive pain in the ass to fix at that point. So I'm really happy that I tested that out on beforehand and I know that now, and that's fixed before I get started. So I will be installing the LED strip right now, and then I'm pretty much done with this entire project, and then I'll just show some footage of what it looks like, and then that's pretty much it for this video.